your space is our space.
And opinions are safe.
My name is Seiko.
My name is Tori Arte.
Soothing. How y'all doing?
Hey y'all.
What's up?
So, how you feeling, friend?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I ain't seen Taya in a week. A whole week.
7 long days.
Oh yeah, it was actually a week on the nose.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so like almost a day over a week then. Cause I seen you on Saturday. That's a long time up.
That was a long time. I'm crying.
Oh my gosh. So how was your week?
My week was good. I was a little bit sick. I got sick right after my birthday, but other than that, my week was cool. My week was good. I just had to bounce back. And yeah, my week was cool. I did a whole 7 days, no drinking, no red meat, no red sauce. So I would keep going because this is day 7. So next week will be 14, and the week after that will be 21. And then it's gonna be a month. So I got 2 more weeks, and then it's gonna be 21 days.
That's good. Day 7. No, that's good. Cause she did a little rejuvenating. I guess she did a bounce back and cleanse for her birthday, and my week was kind of like it was good. Like work was cool. And then my church had like a 3-day praying and fasting. So I didn't drink for those 3 days, which really wasn't planned. Like I knew about it the whole time, but I didn't really like plan out to participate. But then by the time I was on like day 2, I was like, I participated. Yeah. Right. I didn't drink yesterday. I didn't drink today. So I'm about to just go ahead and do my So it was good. It turned out being good, and then it was like it was the legacy thing, which is giving back to the church and kind of like putting your foot forward and for your blessings. So I had participated in that. They had a little fall fest for the kids in the community, so I was there. So it was a pretty cool week. I have no complaints. I was outside with the church.
I wanted to go. I just I didn't forget when I woke up on Saturday. I was like, oh, let me go hang out with my parents. Because I knew, like, if I wander around too long, or if I sat in one spot for too long, or if I started my day late, then it was going to lead into probably, like, me, like, going out to eat or, like, drinking. So, like, I went out with them and was hanging out with them, and I ain't driving. I looked up, and it was 2 o'clock, and I was like, oh, well.
Yeah, you kept busy. Because I was looking at her location, and I was like, this.
King George.
I said, oh, she's at the store. I said, oh, yeah, she know. Oh, she's out. Then I said, okay, store equals cooking. So I had to text her. I'm like, girl, I know you were cooking, so let's see.
I definitely.
When I left Fall Fest, of course, I was hungry. And I was like, because I had it was hot, y'all. It's Fall Fest, but it was giving summer weather. So I'm saying, like, I had like 2 popsicles. I said, I'm hungry, so I went out there, and you would have definitely ended up out to eat, because I was definitely about to be like, okay, we'll just come out to eat. But you see, look at God. So
yeah, I did cook. I made some chicken, but it took like 2 hours because I seared it first and then I put it in the oven. I put it in the oven late, so yeah. But yeah, I did
stay cooking. I stay be like, friend, please, like slipping one on. I was sitting there. I had me some pasta though, which was bad because I'm gonna die. But I mean, I'm not really gonna die, but my lifestyle changed. My slow approach.
You look good. Slow approach. She look good, y'all.
Yeah, she took some slim down. I'm saying, like,
I'm dead. It's always like that. Whenever you look at yourself every day, you're like, yeah, I don't see no different. But being though I haven't seen her in 7 days, I was like, she was walking up to the door. I was like, I said, son.
Yeah, and I haven't even been really, I mean, I've been like sticking to like what I said I was going to do, like not overdoing it, but I still been indulging and like, running around. I had a couple drinks. I had dark liquor, y'all, on Friday. Oh, never do dark. So
I seen her location too. She was in Austin Hill.
Yeah.
Like,
jumping around. I had to have a conversation with a, past little thing that I had to get corrected and, you know, sit straight. But
I guess that's what
say.
I guess that's what leads us into our topic. So our topic today, y'all, is setting boundaries. Yeah, so how you feel? It's a great topic. I feel like setting boundaries is like a little bit of a challenge when you're in your 20s and you figuring out yourself. But I don't know how you feel about setting boundaries.
I feel like setting boundaries is something that I didn't get to really understand and really like take serious to this point of my life. Like how necessary sound boundaries is. It's like it's necessary. Like when I was younger, like my 21s, 22s, like 16s or whatever, like I didn't have no boundaries. I can barely say no. Like so like I just was like I feel like it makes so much difference in your life when you learn like what you need to be into and what you need to kind of like take a step back from, like what you need to surround yourself with and what you need to like close off or keep to a distance or don't indulge in like consistently. Like it's a big thing and it should be in all areas of your life. Like it shouldn't just like you need to set boundaries at work, like even with your coworkers, like just people that you see every day that you don't really know like that, but they end up being somebody you talk to every day because you're at work. Boundaries, like relationships, boundaries, friendships, boundaries. Like you gotta know your people, like. And I feel like knowing your people, especially in our day and age, like is a big thing, especially in friendships, because you could take steps totally the wrong way if you don't know who you're dealing with or know your person. Like a lot of friendships be going left because they start to take steps personal or they don't understand how a person is or like how they move or like which I don't know. Like I think, and I think that's like one of the best things about our relationship because we could be two completely different people, but the fact that we like know each other, like we know like exactly how the other person feels. It's kind of like we don't kind of skip a beat. Like I don't never gotta be like she might not understand, like she don't get it, like cause she know and I know. So we be knowing.
I'm crying. Yeah, I don't know. Setting boundaries, y'all know everything be a challenge for me. Like, I'll be challenged to do everything. I'll be challenged to pour a bowl of cereal. I don't know. Like, it just, like, everything just be such a challenge. Like, with setting boundaries, it was a little bit challenging for me because like it's nobody don't know what you're doing until you say something and they don't know that you're setting a boundary or that you're irritated with this or that or you don't want to do this or that anymore until you say something. So I feel like my biggest thing with setting boundaries is just communicating because I don't be communicating. I don't say anything sometimes. Right. Like even like how you just said about at work, like I be training people sometimes and it's just like I have to, and I get used to, like before, like how you said in the early 20s, like I just used to didn't say nothing. No. I just used to didn't say anything. Even though I was just like, I don't want to do this. I would do it anyway because I'm like, oh, this is my friend or she needs help. Sometimes it's just like, okay, you can need help and you can still be my friend.
And you need to learn.
Yeah, and I don't need to bring your life onto mine and then struggle. And then, so I feel like that's the boundary too. But like at work, it's just like, sometimes I be feeling bad sometimes, but it's like setting a boundary. I be having to like, I be feeling like I be needing to jump in or something like that, or somebody be needing me. Yeah, or
like you supposed to be a crutch.
Yeah, like, and I be feeling like I be always needing to help people because I know they need help, but I feel like that's what setting the boundary coming in. That's what like I be struggling. I struggle with myself because I be like, you don't always need to say anything. You don't always need to like do anything. Not say anything as in don't communicate, but say anything as in just let somebody figure it out on their own kind of thing. And yeah, setting boundaries is just, it was challenging for me. I don't know, but yeah, I be having to just tell myself. I be having to tell myself no, just as I'm gonna tell somebody else no. It's just like you gotta understand that other people got their life and they gotta do what they gotta do to help them, and you gotta do what you gotta do to help you. And then you end up helping somebody else, and then you don't help yourself because you burnt out.
Exactly. That's why you gotta sit there and really like create those boundaries and set them up in a time frame that makes sense. Like for you, like start little or you know, like make it make it necessary. Like, you have to really stand on the boundaries that you're creating, because like me, it's very hard for me to create boundaries because I'm like a people pleaser kind of person, and I'm very social. So it's like it comes easy for me to be like, yeah, we could do this, we can go there. Like, it's nothing. Like, anytime, any place, hey, call me up. Like, it's like, no, because I'll be the main one mad when somebody calling me up and I'm like this. She wants to go out, like, that's not what I'm on. And it's like, girl, she don't know what you on because you over there bopping around some more.
Right.
Call me whenever.
Right.
So it's just like, that was very hard for me to like differentiate my two personalities, and I make somebody feel real comfortable, like where I feel like I put it in their head that they can just talk to me or be with me anytime. Like, and it's like, I do want to be that person, because you never know, so you don't want to take that away. But it's like, you have to really like I said, make it a point of time. Like, girl, when we at work, you talk to me about anything. But then nobody want their coworker calling them at 7 o'clock. Talking about your business that we was talking about at work. You want to stretch it out and keep talking to me about your baby father.
I feel the same.
Like, that's
way.
a lot. I be like this.
When we at work, you can talk to me about anything. Like, I'm all ears. I'm there for 7-8 hours. We can talk about anything. I can give advice on anything. Woo do woo, whatever. Don't call me at 6:30
was hard,
and tell me what happened with you and homeboy, because I don't want to hear it. I hear it 7 to 8 hours a day.
Like, yeah, that's enough. Like, that's enough. And you should feel like that's enough.
And I used to form relationships like that, like at work, and I would think that those are my friends, when really those aren't my friends.
Not your friends. We just key boundary in your life.
Yeah, we just bonded together because we stuck together for 7 to 8 hours, and that's another reason why I didn't lost friends, because I would think that people that I have to be with for certain hours as work or anything like that, I would think that those are my friends, and those really aren't my friends, because as soon as something happens and it don't go how they expect, it don't go their way, it's just like, okay, block, delete. I'm like, damn, like, you're not even really my friend for real. So was you ever my friend? And then coming back to setting a boundary, it's just like, just because like I'm just confused. But yeah, like,
and that's very much why the boundary is even necessary to begin with, because it's like, we thinking we friends, like, we not friends, like, we with each other for 8 hours a day, and it don't take away from a person's personality or their positive traits. Like, they can still be a very nice, very cool person, and you might very much like working with them, but that's not your friend. Like, that's what I had to learn. Like, you could very much form a relationship, a bond, and like, people feel like if you don't put a title on it, or if it don't go further than a coworker, that make it less than a real form. Like, it's still a real bond. Like, we still bond, we still good, we still nice, we still cool. We're just not all that. Like, why do we have to be all that though? Why do it gotta be all that?
I feel like it takes some years to actually form like a real friendship, and that's like outside of work too, because you don't know what nobody else is doing outside of work.
That's what's sad. They could be a whole different person.
Y'all have going on outside of work, and it's just like, yeah, this my friend, or like.
Cause I know y'all been in a situation where a person be cool at work. You like them at work. Y'all had no issues. Y'all hit. Then the minute y'all jump into reality and you be with them in real life, like, somebody start doing drugs or doing something extra, and you be like that in the back, like, whoa, like, I didn't know you was into that. Like, but you can't really say nothing because your dumb ass opted the computer. You went to their house, like, you know what I'm saying? You sit there like this. Well, like, I don't do this. Like, that's why you have to create that boundary.
One of my coworkers said that one time. She was like, I told her that I did something outside of work, and of course, it wasn't nothing too. Maybe like crazy. Smoked a little bit or something. She was like, Tori, we gotta hang out. And she was.
Hey.
I never text her again. Every time she texts me after that, and whenever she texts me after that, I couldn't respond. And I didn't know how to, and that's another thing. Sometimes you don't know how. Like, you don't know how to set a boundary. Like, I don't know how to tell, like, well, maybe just say, like, oh, yeah, like, I'm not interested, I guess. But that's harder.
Then, yeah, you be trying to spare somebody's feelings,
Yeah.
like, and then at the end of the day, you don't really know them, so you don't know how much they can take. So that's why you don't know what to say, because you don't know them. That's why you gotta get in your head that that's not your friend. Like, you don't know what to say because you don't know if they can take it or not. Like I said, how far they can take. So it's kind of like you gotta be like extra nice because that's still your coworker. You don't want the vibes to rub off at work. So you just find yourself just like, yeah, girl, like you just end up spending them, and that's me. Well, and like me, I don't like to hurt people's feelings, so like I'll spend them, like, and that's not the best trait, but that's me because I be like, damn, like I would go, but like, girl, I don't know, and I don't want to be there for 3 hours, and girl, I don't agree with half of the shit you be talking about. Like, girl, leave his ass. Like, girl, you jumping around all these kids and all these problems. Girl, I got no kids, no problems. All right, I'm no baby father, so it's like. But I can't come to you and say that like that because you're my coworker, not my friend. Like, so boundaries are necessary. In the workplace, I would say that's top 2, top 3 where boundaries need to be set before you be. They be inviting you out on vacations and all that. Like, and it's hard to come by a real coworker turned friend like that you really like. And don't get me wrong, I had coworkers that I hang out with and I do like really like as people in real life. But it's just like. That don't mean that it's all that. Like, I think it should be separate. Unless they quit or something. Like, well, y'all don't work together no more. And then maybe y'all keep it going. But, like, I don't see me, like, really being make a best friend or a coworker.
Yeah, that's how I had one friend that we end up not working together anymore. And she, my friend, and to this day, we still talking. We ain't worked together in, like, probably like 6 years, and she like a couple years older than me, but we still friends to this day. Like she didn't have her kids, got married, like yeah. So and then back to what you were saying, about hopping in somebody's car and doing something stupid. That's what I meant on the first episode when I was like, sometimes I do stuff and I don't think, because that would be me. Like I will. Somebody be like, after work you want to go get drinks? Sure, because I'm stressed out at work. So I instantly make a decision where I don't need to do something, or it's just like I don't even need to be hanging with you like that. And it's not that anything's wrong with you. It's just the fact that like
work is over.
Work is over, and then when we leave work, we're gonna either talk about work or I'm gonna put you in my business, and then you're gonna know my life business. And like I don't even want that for real. Sometimes, well, no, for real, I don't even want that because I'm just a little bit older now, and it's just like I don't even like it like that. Now, before it was like I was like, oh, I need advice on this, or I just always wanted to know something. But now I'm good on my own. Like I can stand on my own too. Like I don't necessarily need the next person's advice.
And
so
they
it's
don't
just
know
like
anyway. They don't know, like they don't know like you. They don't know your background, and then you have to get to telling them all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like. If I do get to telling you about my business, like, you going to need to know the other prior issues for you to understand, or you going to be looking at me like, well, it's just like, unless I know that, like, unless I figured out, like, you are genuinely, and like I said, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm just saying, like, it's just, sometimes it's just, you need that boundary. Like, you just need to separate it. Like I said, work is over. What can we possibly really, like, talk about? You don't want to keep talking about work. So it's like, okay, so now I'm telling you about this, and I gotta tell you about that, and then you tell me about this, and you gotta tell me about that, and then
I gotta tell you about something that happened 2 years ago in order for
you to get it
now to make sense, and it's just like,
that's what it's too much.
You know my whole life.
And then you gonna be like, and then when I'm not in the mood for you, I can't separate because now you know my business. So now they're gonna be, so what's going on with this?
Nothing.
Later, it's like that.
Nothing.
Like, bitch, you don't know.
Right. Nothing's going on.
Yeah, you're just pissed. So it's just like you don't want to bring that vibe to work. So workplace, big one.
Cause don't ask me about another personal while I'm on that clock and I'm already mad.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm irritated, or I'm just not in the mood today, and then you coming over here talking about all this extra shit, or you telling me your problems and I don't feel like it today.
Yeah, but I feel like setting boundaries is important. And then even like with friendships, got myself in some trouble when it comes to friendships because I don't know how to. Well, I didn't used to know how to appropriately set a boundary or appropriately just say no or like just say like I don't want to do this. But like now it seems like a little bit easier because I can just be like I'm not feeling this because or like I don't want to do this because versus like before I used to be like
Yeah.
like I need to be there or like
Yeah.
and then I used to beat myself up because I didn't want to go or like I used to be like but then that's when I used to think like oh like I'm becoming like kind of like a bad friend. It's because I didn't want to do something. But now that I'm older I realize that I'm allowed to not want to do something and not do it. I don't have to do everything you want to do. I don't have to come to every event you want me to. I don't have to be everywhere you want me to. Like as long as I'm there when you need me, then that's all that matters. And as long as you're able, of course, I'm not giving you my ass to kiss, but yeah, I feel like now it definitely boundaries definitely got a little bit easier. And then like I'm working on this too, like with my even like in my family, like with my sister and like with just the friends I have now, just learning instead of just grabbing new friends and just learning how to do certain stuff or how to be a good friend or how to be a good person by just either learning how to say no because I don't want to, or learning how to say the no because I don't have the energy to. Whichever one, they both hand in hand. But yeah, I'm definitely working on like setting boundaries because in the past I didn't been, and then my friends used to never understand what was wrong with me because I would just go ghost or I would just leave because I didn't want to say like I don't want to be here anymore or like I want to go or like I don't want to come because like I'm not comfortable. Now I'm just like okay, like I don't want to do this because of this.
Yeah, and that's good because like I said, it gets tiring trying to make yourself do something, make yourself show up. Like that takes away from your peace, your sanity, like your groove. So it's like, girl, I'm not coming. Like, girl, I love you. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Like or something else. Like I just feel like it's. As you get older, like you said, it becomes easier to put yourself first and make yourself a priority in a situation because if you're going to that event, if you showing up for that person, they expect you to be yourself, right? If you gotta constantly make yourself do something, then you're gonna burn yourself out and you're gonna be the friend that somebody don't want to be around, or they're gonna be complaining the whole time, like, why you acting different? Why you doing this? What's wrong? And it's like it's not gonna be a situation. Excuse me, it's not gonna be a win-win for y'all anyway, because now the whole time instead of y'all enjoying yourself or doing what y'all plan to do, somebody trying to figure out what's wrong with the other, or you forcing yourself to be there so you can't even really show up for the event or show up for the person. You just kind of like thrown off. So it's like, who wins off of that? Like, what was the point? You might as well got your rest, charge back up, and then,
How you were saying like you might as well just got your rest, charged back up, and just
charge back
and
up.
and then this whole thing would have never even existed. Like the problem would have never existed if you just would have been like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah, not tonight. Not tonight. It's not that I'm not feeling you. It's not like I don't want to be there. It's not that I don't like nobody. It's just like, it's just not my night. And that's okay. For it not to be your night. Because don't nobody want to be bothered when it's not their night. So it's like, I just feel like respecting the situation. And also you got to surround yourself with people that's going to respect your boundaries. Like, if a person keep pressing you out, like, you know that they kind of like don't really respect your boundaries, or they want to do whatever's best for them. Like, if I'm telling you, girl, no, I'm not feeling it, and you still like, you gotta come because this isn't the third making me feel like I have to go. Like, it's just like, okay, sis, like, all right, like, it's irritating. Nobody want to deal with that. So it's like, I feel like it's a two-part thing. So boundaries is important, and also surrounding yourself around people who will respect your boundaries, and that's how you know it's a good, healthy
friendship
relationship.
And then and then another thing, it can be uncomfortable for a little while for both parties, like because there's so much adjustment that has to go on with yourself and with the other person. Because if y'all was young before, or teenagers and then early adults and then adults, and it's just like before, of course, you're gonna be acting different all of a sudden, I guess, quote unquote, because you're trying to do something different, I guess. So it's just like an adjustment for both people. So I don't know, but yeah, the same thing happened to me in friendships and in jobs. Like at my past job, I remember I went to work at 7:30 and I got off at 4. That was my higher time. And then, like, of course, when I first got my job, I was making a little bit more money, so I was just trying to run it up, just quick. So I would stay after a little bit, and I would stay after till like 6 or something like that, but on my own terms. And like I didn't live that far, so it was just like on my own terms. Then when I moved and I lived farther away from the job, I was ready to go at 4, and then my job was just like basically like nah. Like, and it was just like, damn, I should have, like, in the beginning said, okay, I'm going to be staying till 6, but on this day, and this day. And then when this happens, I need my regular schedule back at 4. You can't hold me to be there more than 8 hours a day. And it was just like they tried to, like, play with me a little bit in regards to that. And I was just like, if I would have just set the boundary in the beginning, like, this probably wouldn't have never happened. Like, and they was real loud wanting me to stay. And it was just like, y'all live down the street. I was living like an hour away. Like, y'all got me messed up.
Yeah, I don't do well with that one. And especially when people try to take advantage that you are doing that favor and they try to turn it into something that you had to do. Like, no. I never had to be here. I just did that because it made sense for the time being, and I was trying to help y'all out. Like, and people will take your help or your kindness for weakness, and they try to flip it. Like, I do not like that, because it's like, I never had to sit right here. I never had to do extra work. I never had to, put my extra time towards y'all out of convenience for the job. And now y'all trying to take it and make it seem like that's something that I signed up for, something that I had to do. Or y'all took it as, oh, she already doing it, so she gonna keep doing it. Like, oh,
right, and then trying to manipulate the whole situation,
trying to make it seem like what's what I was supposed to do. No.
Right, I was never supposed to be here for 10 hours. That was never the arrangement. Like, even at my job now, like, I be trying to like set a little boundary, and I've got to get more firmer on it, because just like I stayed late because I was gone for a couple of days, but I stayed late like Wednesday and Thursday, and then I think on Friday, like, one of the doctors like thought I was about to stay late, and it was like 4 o'clock. And I was like, okay, I'm out. And he tried to like hand me a piece of paper at like 4:05, 4:10. Baby, this piece of paper ain't getting scanned in. I don't care if it's just a sheet of paper. I don't care if it's just a stack. I'm leaving. I've been here since 7:30. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, don't give it up.
He be trying to stand there and talk to me, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, but I gotta go. Like, you can send me an email or like something like that. But it's just like, yeah, I don't know, but set boundaries is just, can sometimes get a little crazy.
It get crazy, but it's necessary and it's up to you. Because if you don't do it, then you're going to find yourself up all and up and through everything, and you're going to be drained out because you're going to be like an octopus and you're going to be sucking it out of you. So just address your boundaries, address your life, and make sense for you, and put that towards it. Relationships too. And I feel like it's the same practice, whether it's workplace, friendship, or relationship. Like, relationship boundaries is necessary too. And that'll help build y'all communication and make y'all stronger. It'll just help the situation way better if you're able to tell somebody what you feel like dealing with, what you don't feel like dealing with, and not feeling bad for feeling that way. Because everybody got life, and everybody got triggers, and everybody got like a certain amount of energy. You can't expect somebody to replicate you, like duplicate you. Like, if I'm not into that and you are, we're two different people for a reason. And the differences between y'all is probably why y'all hang with each other, so y'all need to listen to each other anyway.
Right. And it'll help you in the long run, because it'll help. Sometimes, and it's sad to say this, but sometimes when you do say how you feel and say what you want to say, what you need, people end up respecting you in the end, even though they should have respected you from the beginning. But it sometimes works in your favor because people respect you more in the end.
And at the end of the day, you had to understand me to respect me anyway. So it's like, that's why you gotta just take time, build a bond. People don't listen. Listen to the lingo. Build the bond. Like, stop trying to think y'all just friends because y'all agreed on 3 different topics. Like, Grow up.
Yeah, and some stuff it take years because even y'all know after years you're not doing something anymore. Whether you're not with a job, whether you don't talk to that friend anymore. Like regardless, it take years for something to form into something good, and that's with setting boundaries too. Like it's not to say that you're gonna have it tomorrow, you're gonna have it the day after, you're gonna have it next week, next month, whatever, yada yada yada. Even with that man, like it's just like it takes. Sometimes it's gonna take some months or years for something to form, but yeah, just be open, be mindful that everybody's just trying, like everything
be open to change.
Yeah,
be able to evolve.
Everything's not gonna be the same all the time. Like it's not gonna be the same all the time, and sometimes it's not even gonna be consistent. But I mean, you just gotta allow time to do what it's supposed to do. Like we said last episode, time gonna tell you everything you need to know. So
you're ready for that change, to evolve, accept other people change, transition with your friend, grow with your friend, and keep making the boundaries, make it make sense, and tell us what some of your icks are, what you gotta create a boundary for. And we about to start reading these. Like we about to start saying, but we need y'all to send them. So
let us know, y'all. We about to open up a new. We trying to grow with Secure Talk, and I think we're gonna do a whole little not a rebrand, but we're gonna do a whole little
extra segment.
Extra segment.
We're gonna bring out a new segment of Secure Talk to build on and make it bigger. So
yeah,
watch out, tune in a ride.
Yeah, so make sure y'all email us with, I guess if you having setting boundary problems, and we can just try to give y'all advice. We're trying to help y'all out
or help us out.
Yeah, so make sure y'all email us with all your questions or advice or whatever topics y'all want us to discuss at securechatwithus@gmail.com. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close this episode out. Thank you for watching Secure Talk. My name is Tori Arte.
And this is Takeo.
Bye.
Bye y'all. Like, comment, subscribe.